Okay, just a quick video before we finish this section. I want to mention one thing about Hydra. Now, Hydra is a powerful tool, and it's not only useful for brute forcing web pages, it can be used to brute force different services as well, such as SSH, FTP, and others. And in this example, I just want to show you that if we take a look at our OWASP virtual machine and we scan it with nmap, using -f command, which will scan most known 100 ports, we will get this output. And if we take a closer look at scan results, we do notice that the target has port 22, or in other words, the SSH port open. So we can try to target the SSH port with Hydra brute force attack. So let's give it a try. Now the first thing that you will notice regarding Hydra with SSH is that the syntax is rather easy, or much easier than once you're targeting web pages. All we need to do is specify the IP address, then we type SSH and then -l users and -p pass.txt. And this will run the attack on SSH port with these two lists. Now, since we don't have the correct username and password inside of these lists, it gave us an output that 0 valid passwords found. Now, let's add the correct credentials right here. The correct username is root, or we already have root, so we can just leave it like that. But correct password is OWASP BVA. So make sure that you add OWASP BVA inside of the passwords list. And if I run the command again, for some reason we get incorrect or not valid username once again. So perhaps we need to add another option. Let me just go to the help menu real quick. And let's try adding -t option, which default is set to 16. We're going to lower it just for the purposes of this command. So let's type it right here, -t4, and then SSH, and then users and passwords.txt. And here it is. We successfully found the correct login to the SSH port on the target machine. All we had to do is type Hydra, the IP address, -t4, and then we specify which protocol. In our case, we're using SSH, and then the passwords and usernames list. Now, if you wanted to check whether this is correct credentials, you can type SSH 192.168.1.11. Here you want to select yes, and pardon me, we need to close this because we're trying to connect to the Mr. Hacker account on the target machine, which is non-existent, so we must type SSH root and then add this IP address right here. Then we press enter. It will ask for the password, and here we type OWASP BVA as the password for the root account. Now we're logged in on the target machine over SSH, and we can execute any commands that we want on the target machine, such as ifconfig, such as whoami. We can type ls, we can change directories and see all the files on the target system, just because we successfully brute forced the SSH. From here, we can delete the entire website if we wanted to, we can delete the operating system, we can create files, delete files, and do pretty much anything that we want. Okay, I just wanted to show you this, that there is another possibility with Hydra besides just targeting web pages. Nonetheless, we're officially done with the brute force section, and in the next lecture, we're going to take a look at sensitive data exposure.